that lie about you. They say that you have, as they said about me, that I had a fundamental opposition to government, which I thought was kind of funny considering I was celebrating like my 25th year as a government employee. They will do and say whatever it takes to stay alive and in control. This is power. Power and money. What else? Healthy eating, active living. Sounds good to me. Healthy eating, active living is a plan. It's across the United States. Different states have it. And you would think it means that every kid should have an apple every time they get up, right? No, that's not what it means. It says update your general plan. Adopt zoning ordinances. What else does it look like? It looks like community-oriented policing. It looks like fusion centers, code enforcement ambassadors. You too can be a snitch. The plan actually is designed to look for people who are willing to go along, to get along, and then give them power. Whether they're in a local neighborhood association, they want to bring people in who say they speak for you. We're going to elect you. We're going to make sure, hey, your neighborhood association's kind of languishing there. We're going to install somebody in that neighborhood association who's going to beat the drum and support smart growth, who is going to say they speak for you, for your entire town. This is managed democracy. This is manufactured consensus. This is our country. Okay? What else? Your universities? This one, I was just in Oregon a week or something ago. I forget where I was. Geography 300, Sustainability for the Common Good, Oregon State University. Sustainability for the Common Good. That's a core course for the BA. The Lung Association has an advocacy arm for smart growth. Bicycle coalitions partner with low-income housing developers who get huge subsidies with your tax dollars. And partner, low-income housing, yeah, fine, except they get huge tax subsidies. They sell low-income housing tax credits. I'd be happy to talk detail on that. I can explain how that all works. It's a racket. Walmart, your churches. If your pastor is talking to you or your rabbi is talking to you about sustainable development, you need to have a chat. Loyalty points. You got a loyalty card? You got a loyalty card? Asset-based community development. Have you heard that one yet? That's where you get a questionnaire, 11-page questionnaire that asks you every aspect of your life. Now, I'm not talking about the American Community Survey. That's an outrage, and I hope you don't fill that thing out. Because they want to know, that's your super census, right? You want to know, when was the last time you were married, and how many kids do you have, and how old are they exactly, and who were you married to before, and what date was your marriage over, and how much stuff do you have in your house, and how much money do you make, and how much is your mortgage, and how much is your car worth, and when was the last time you did, I'm talking about a census. But no, I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about the asset-based community development. That is an 11-page questionnaire. Some nice little lady from the Lung Association or from your church is going to knock on your door and go, I'd like you to fill this out. And she thinks she's cool. She's a volunteer. People are being used. Now this plan, what is it? What does it do? What is asset-based community development? Came out of Chicago. And what it's about is getting you to answer detailed questions about your life. Detailed questions about not just your life, your hopes, your dreams, your financial situation, what you own, what you'd like to own, your businesses, whatever you've done, businesses you do, maybe under the table. And then they put you're the asset. They code you with a map. It's GIS and GPS connected with layers where they list you on a map, locate you, and have you do mandatory volunteering. Yeah, mandatory volunteering. Did you get that? Mandatory volunteering. Put that one together. Does that mean slavery? Yes, we're talking about, this is Agenda 21. Now, I don't blame you if you feel overwhelmed, because who doesn't? This is what is this? It's a bloodless coup. It's an administrative coup d'etat, and it is happening now all across our nation. This is real. There's no silver bullet. Here's what you do. And people are doing this all across the country. And guess what? Awareness is the first step in the resistance. And this is the resistance. This is what it looks like. Because I don't think there's anybody in this room who thinks that they would have gotten up in the morning and put on a Nazi uniform. Everybody thinks they would have been in the resistance. This is your opportunity. This is your chance. Because one of the big companies, two big companies that are pushing this and have a lot of money invested in this are Siemens Corporation, which is a German company, which is, right before World War II, they were close to bankruptcy until Hitler generously provided them with slave labor from the concentration camps. Siemens, they're part of the smart grid, solar, high-speed rail, light rail, and they partly funded Growing Smart legislative guidebook with model statutes for planning and the management of change. And IBM. IBM traded with the enemy, not only traded with the enemy, they made it possible for Germany to be able to keep track of all of their prisoners. You know those numbers on the arms? It wasn't like you're number 1, you're number 2, you're number 3. No, those numbers went with what camp you were in and all kinds of things. How could they do that? IBM developed the punch cards and the computers for the Nazis to be able to make that possible. They created a wholly owned German subsidiary in Germany, and the punch cards came from the US and the computers, and they were serviced by United States people. Nazis. IBM is now involved in doing biometrics so that you can be tracked, inventoried, and controlled with your eye. Now, what's going on? How are we fighting this? In Alabama, their legislature just passed, and their governor passed into law, signed into law, SB 477, Due Process for Property Rights Act. Basically repudiates Agenda 21 and ICLEI. New Hampshire's tried it. Their Senate wouldn't ratify it, but the legislators did. Same thing with Tennessee, Arizona. They tried it. You've got to get to your legislators. You let your legislators know you're either with us or we'll do everything we can to get rid of you. Doesn't matter whether you got a D or an R after your name. This is nonpartisan. They're all part of it. We need to fight. This is a fight for the hearts and minds of the United States. That's it. So one of the things you do is you take those flyers. Now we made these flyers. These are official-looking flyers, and they're powerful, and they have good information, and they're over there. You say, this city is a member of ICLEI. And they give you details and information on it. Now, even if your city is not a member of ICLEI, you want to read that, and you want to make sure your city does not become a member of ICLEI. You want to put out flyers because, why? Because it's too much time, it's too time-consuming to talk person to person. And you don't have all the information. So you want to get the information together and disseminate it. One other way that they're going to get you is by closing down local post offices out in rural areas. You want to have access to people. And hey, you want to know one reason why the Nazis, it was a little bit hard for them? Because they had to listen to every single phone conversation and open and read every single piece of mail. But not now. So, that's one of the things that 1,000-square-foot building out in Utah is going to do. They can go through the New York phone book in 15 seconds. So, this is what we're doing. We are the resistance. This is what it looks like. We are going to break the left-right paradigm. I don't care what you think about all the other things that have to do with my life. This is something we can work together on. This is something we need to look beyond these little social issues and deal with something that is taking over our country and that we are losing our rights, our property rights, our civil rights, our personal rights to our lives. Expose the public-private partnerships. You want to expose them in your town, find out who they are, got that internet, use it. Who are these consultants? Who are the consultants that are taking your money? How did they get those contracts? How much are those projects costing? How come my regional plan looks exactly the same as the one all the way across the country or the world? Why are we paying for this? We don't want this. Get out of our town. This is what we want. Terminate all contracts with consultants. Fire all at-will employees that are in planning departments. We do not need this. We want to take our comprehensive plans and dump them and go back to the 1970s. We want to purge our comprehensive plans of restrictions on our land use and our rights. There's no heroes in this, and there's nobody on the sidelines. We're going to take this, we're going to work on it together. You want to do a man on the street video? You want to go around, man on the street video? Hey, what do you think about Agenda 21? What do you think about sustainable development? What's sustainable development? Ask your elected officials. Do you know what sustainable development is? Do you know what the sustainable community strategies is? Well, you don't. Well, you just got an award from them. What about ICLEI? You want to involve young people in this plan, in fighting this? You want to give some awards? You want to say, okay, young people, we're going to go to a junior college, a high school, a university. Top 3 videos, 5-minute videos, on how Agenda 21 Sustainable Development is impacting my town right now. And then you're going to rent the local theater and you're going to have a film festival. And you're going to show it. And you're going to bring people into it. And you're going to inform them. This is what we need to do. We have to raise awareness because people don't even know this is going on. So we need to do this. And we have to do it together. You go on your blogs. You go on your newsletters. You post. You let this information out. You go to your post office. You post a flyer there. You pay for postal mailings. Unfortunately, there's no silver bullet, as I said. Property rights groups are springing up all over the country. Students are refusing to be Delphi. Teachers are speaking out. Doctors are refusing to prescribe drugs that are chemical lobotomies or that have side effects that are suicide for children. We are exposing the links, and we are working together. This is a national, worldwide movement. And your mega corporations own your media and will not tell you. But I tell you, we are going all over the United States and the world and talking to groups of people like you. And behind us, all of us who are doing this, are people just like us who are springing up like mushrooms after a rain and going out and speaking to as many people as possible. Because this really is our only hope. This is what we need to do. We need to do this together, and we're going to win this. We will prevail because we have no choice. And you know, I was just in the live free or die state, and I think we should all be the live free or die state. This is the live free or die country, and we are going to take back our nation. And I hope that you will join me and do it with me. Thank you. Yeah, question? Oh, you got one in the back here.